Welcome to Cowtown, USA Outdoors. This week, Cowtown Pro Staffer J.R. Isom heads to Lake of the Ozarks to try out the new G2 Evinrude.
My name is Isom. I'm a pro staffer for Cowtown, USA. Also, I'm a pro staffer for Ranger Boats. We're here today to talk about the new G2 and some of the features and the fishability of it and the efficiency of it. Very good.
JR does double duty on today's show as he pre-fishes a tournament and tries out the G2. JR loves the buzzbait and tries it first.
There's probably a school of 10 to 12 inches working on that school of shad right there. And they could be Kentuckies, could be white bass. We'll run them, ain't they? He's what I thought he'd be, he's a little guy. The fish are trying to come out of the deep water into the shallow water. And when this water gets colder, these shad will move to the backs of these creeks. And they've been out deep all summer. And they've already started, from what I'm seeing here, they've already started moving back, but they'll start moving to the backs of these creeks and coves. When they do, the bass move with them. Then you got to figure out at what stage the bass are at. Are they at the front of the cove, the middle of the cove, the back of the cove? Or these bass are chasing these shad, and this time of the year, the shad are only about 2 inches long. So some of those gizzard shad will get so big that they can't eat them. And threadfin is what stays down to the pretty much edible size for these guys. These keeper bass, 12, 14, 15 inch bass, they'll eat these things like candy. They're all gonna be full of shad. Look at the Ozarks has got them. That's good fish. Good fish. This is a tournament fish here. Give me 5 of them or 4 of them and a big fish and I'll be right in the money. Isn't he a dandy? Nice fish. And he's back where I thought he'd be, back in the back. Oh, we're gonna move along pretty quick. I need to cover some water today. See, I love fishing the very back of the cove this time of the year. So many people overlook some of this. You know why? Because the water gets about 2 foot deep and they go, there can't be any fish in that. Well, it absolutely eliminates places for them to hide. If the shad have moved back here, they're gonna be in this shallow water. There he is, big fish, big fish, big fish, big fish. Good fish. Good fish. Don't jump, don't jump.
JR could have easily netted these fish, but he's saving them for the tournament.
He ain't ready yet, but he's about to come up. There's so much water. When that sun gets up, it concentrates them around these docks or around, cover, brush piles, wood, logs, rocks. It pushes them into cover. When the clouds are out, they just roam. They just roam around, just chasing shad, just roam everywhere. And there's a good fish. Oh, he ain't that big. Very glass cove in the back. There he is, a good fish. Called him. Ah, he ain't that big. Ah. This gas pedal, it's electronic. There's no pressure on it. No, when you're going down the lake versus a hot foot with a heavy duty spring, this thing has hardly no tension. It's all electronic operated, but it just takes the work out of it. And you have an option on your motor that you can either do your hand throttle or your foot throttle, which, you know, that gives whatever you like a preference. Some people don't like hot foots, and some people do. But this will also just switch over. And there's applications for both that you can really like and you don't like. You know, when it gets really real rough water, some people don't like hot foot. Other people do. So if you don't like that, just switch over to your hands.
JR moves around to cover a lot of water, but he's established 2 or 3 patterns that he hopes will work the first day of the tournament.
Oh, good fish. Good fish. A good fish. This is a good one. Okay, darling, just stay down. Keep your... Stay down. Okay, here you come. Come on. Come here, girl. Come here. Whoa, she ain't quite ready. Don't jump. Caught that fish on a 5/16 jig that I make. It's actually designed kind of like an 1/8" jig with a plastic trailer and just kind of fishing it. And we're sitting in 7 foot of water now, but from 3 to 6 foot of water, and we're fishing docks. When the sun gets up, I want to go to docks. I like docks when the sun's high. Actually, I had one about 7 last week, and that fish right there was in the 6-pound range. Very rare for me to catch a big fish in September. I don't know what the deal is. I think what has caused that is we've had a cold snap, that we've had some low 50s, almost 40-degree weather at night, and it's caused these shad to come back here in the back, and these fish have followed them. And I called that fish. I told you there'd be some back here. And so far we've been in 4 coves, and we've caught fish out of the backs, 3 of them. It's just one of those days where it's kind of all coming together. It don't always work that way, but it's kind of nice when your plan works. Now I do have a tournament this weekend, and they'll probably shut off. It's supposed to be a cold front coming in. They'll probably shut them all off, be my luck, but that's how it works, you know. But so far we've had 1 in the 5-pound range and 1 in the 6-pound range, and we're just rushing them, jumped them off. But Bill's got to see them, and that's all I'm really care about. One of the things we're going to look at right here real quick is the smart technology of this thing that makes this thing above and beyond, which is nice for me, is the smart gauges that we have here on the dash. In this boat, in this Ranger boat, the oil reserve was in the back, and there's a lot of gear and hoses back there that kind of cover the oil tank. It's hard to see how much oil you had in your tank, so when you filled your oil tank, you usually ran it over the back, and it was so hard not to run oil over the back. With this new smart technology, you have an oil gauge on your dash, and your gas gauges, your tack and hours, and the water pressure, they're all on this smart gauge, which is just awesome. Good fish. Don't jump. Don't jump. Don't jump. He ain't ready yet, but he's about to come up.